Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Monica and today we're going to be talking about tips for being vegan when your family isn't or in a non-vegan household. These are circumstances I've lived with for a while now. I'm pretty used to it and I picked up some key tips along the way. Being the only vegan or plant-based person in your household is actually more of the norm, not the exception. So don't feel like you're going through it alone. Just stick to these key tips and it'll go smooth. So the first tip I have for you is to tell your family why you're doing this. Before you just come at them and say, oh, I don't eat animal flesh or cow pus anymore, you should sit them down and let them know that you've been doing a lot of research on animal agriculture, the way animals are treated, and the way it affects the environment and your health. So I've decided that I'm going to be eating more of a plant-based diet and cutting animals out. And remember that when you tell somebody that you're gonna stop doing something because it's wrong, the other person automatically may feel a little weird because they're still doing it. So just make sure you say that this is what I'm doing for me, this is what makes me feel the best, and you're welcome to enjoy some vegan meals with me or watch some documentaries. And if they love you and care about you, I promise they'll respect your decision. My second tip is to connect with the vegan community. When I first started making changes to my diet, I didn't know anybody in real life that was vegan, but I connected with an entire group online that made my journey so much easier and so much more enjoyable. Follow vegan recipe Instagram so that you're always seeing new things to eat. You can also search the hashtag vegans of Florida or vegans of wherever you live and follow people in your area that are vegan. There are so many Facebook groups that you can join, like Vegan for Beginners, Plant-Based Recipes for Beginners, or Vegans of Florida or wherever you live. There you can search topics, you can post questions, you can just see what other people are asking, and you can also find a lot of recipes. Disclaimer, there are a lot of trolls in these groups, but just ignore them because there are people in there who genuinely want to help you and answer your questions. Also, subscribe to vegan YouTube channels. There's so much content out there for you to draw inspiration from. And this is what really helped me when I was first changing my diet, because I watched a ton of What I Eat in a Day's gluten-free and soy-free because I didn't know anybody that was vegan, gluten-free, and soy-free. So if you look it up, you will find it. I got almost all my meal ideas from people that I was watching on YouTube, and I still watch What I Eat in a Day's grocery hauls, different recipes. It's honestly so informative and it's also fun to watch. And this way you'll constantly have new content, new videos, and new recipes showing up on your feed. Last thing I want to say is that sometimes people in the vegan community can be kind of harsh and judgmental, but I'm going to cover that in my last tip. My third tip is to do your own grocery shopping. Don't expect your parents or your spouse to go to the store and get everything you need. You should go to the grocery store and get everything you need yourself. As time goes on, you can introduce these items to your family. They can see what you're eating and eventually they'll be able to pick these items up at the grocery store for you. If you're young and you depend on your parents to buy your groceries for you, I suggest going to the store with them or focusing on them buying you whole foods like rice, potatoes, fruits, veggies, beans, lentils, quinoa, stuff like that, because those things are easy to find. But if you tell your parents to go buy you tofurkey deli slices, Beyond sausage, and Follow Your Heart cheese, they might get a little overwhelmed. So just stick with the basics and then later on you can move on to other products like that. My fourth tip is to do your research. When you tell people that you're vegan or you're plant-based or you don't eat animals, people become very concerned about your health and where you get your protein, stuff like that. Understandably, people will ask you why you chose to be vegan or plant-based, and you want to be able to inform them. They might also try to justify factory farming or say that you need animals for your health. And honestly, the best thing you can do is to just know the facts and answer them respectfully. Some of your family members are going to be genuinely curious and want to know more about what you're doing, so it's great that you can inform them. But others are going to be just wanting to get under your skin or get a rise out of you, and in that case, I wouldn't even bother. My fifth tip is to veganize meals that you eat together as a family. So for example, if one day for dinner you're having burrito bowls, you can all eat the rice, beans, veggies, and guac, but your family might have chicken or steak in their bowl, and in your bowl you can use tofu, a meat replacement, or just extra veggies. This is going to be more convenient for you because you're going to be able to eat some of the things that your other family members are eating. Or let's say you're going to a family gathering for Thanksgiving and you know there's going to be turkey and mac and cheese there. You can bring your own mac and cheese and just eat it with veggies or anything else that you want to eat and heat it up whenever it's time for everybody to eat. This is gonna help you feel included and still feel like part of dinner even though you're not eating the same thing. Or if you're going on a dinner date with your spouse, you can find a place that has vegan options, like a pizza place that does regular pizza and vegan pizza, so that you can both enjoy pizza, but you're still sticking to your diet and they're sticking to theirs. My last tip is to not put so much pressure on yourself. Remember that you can only do the best you can do with what you have. Your transition doesn't have to be perfect. People make mistakes, and there's gonna be times when you just need something to eat and there might not be anything available for you. So just do the best you can and figure it out. Don't get too caught up in labels. There are some people in the vegan community who are overly obsessed with labels and who want it to be all or nothing. You're either 100% vegan or you're just living wrong. And that really shouldn't be the case. As long as you're doing your best and you keep moving forward and doing more than you did before, that's all that matters. Every single choice in your diet that you make in a day makes a difference. I get where they're coming from, but we need a lot of progress over a few perfect vegans. So that is it for these tips on how to be vegan when your family isn't. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found these tips helpful and you put them to good use. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of videos coming your way. Leave me a comment and let me know which tips you found helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video.